Alright, so we're only gonna do two languages, because honestly, I don't know. Press 1 for German, 2 for English, if you guys want to see some, whichever language you guys want to see.
Your stream is frozen.
No, it's good. I'm looking at the Twitch stream right now.
Okay.
Alright, we're on a... Alright, one. Alright, we're going for German. Alright. So... Alright, I will start the run. I just have to do a couple of things. Just that. Alright. You guys are... I'm assuming you guys are ready on time. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so, this is FreezeMe. It's a 3D platformer. Mainly inspired by a lot of the N64 era platformers like Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. But as you guys will see, it's a little interesting to say the least. So right off the bat, if I didn't get that text box the same time like Piggleton kind of got surprised to look at me, it would have costed me like 2 seconds, because he stares at you for like an additional 2 seconds and I don't know why. Alright, so basically this is an auto-scroller. I have to do this, or else every time I load into the level, like that first part will actually happen. So right here, I'm gonna go straight into the teleporter that I'm gonna be using later on to collect cubes a little bit more easily. And now I'm just gonna jump on this guy, because you're normally supposed to freeze him, but Kona found out that you can just jump on top of his head, and it makes it so much better for speedrunning.
It's a good strat.
Yeah, so after every cube we get, we return back to the Hubbiton and hope that the game doesn't soft lock. Because if the game soft locks before like I hit the ground there, then the cube won't count. Don't pay attention to what just happened there. That's completely normal. Alright, so for this next cube, I'm going to be doing a little bit of precise platforming to get up to a... this moving platform that's in the distance. I'm going to try to get to that without having to freeze it. I'm doing pretty good for making this cycle. Alright, we should be making this cycle. Yep. Alright, so that's actually like really precise, because like if I messed up like for like a second, I would have missed that cycle and had to wait a bit, or tried to freeze the platform as it's going up. I didn't really want to do that. So that text box tells us that like I'm in a fixed camera mode. Alright, don't grab the cube. And basically the camera is in a fixed state and I can't really do anything to that. So that's the second cube. I don't have my splits open, so I'm trying to kind of remember what I'm supposed to do next. Don't worry though. We'll be fine. As soon as I can remember. I think the next one I do is... Okay, no, yeah. The next one I do is, Waglo. Each stage has its own boss, and this one is Lagalo, a giant tree. And the way you defeat him is, very unique to any game ever. So we're gonna do some quick platforming up the hill. And on the way up, I'm also going to grab a screw, and screws are needed to access catapults that are needed to get some cubes. And I have a theory that that screw isn't actually there until the ding starts. Alright, so we make sure that this minion guy gets a little angry at us, and then we're going to go over here, grab these 2 minions, and freeze them. As soon as they explode, they damage him, and after you hit him 3 times, he's dead. Sometimes the boss likes to kind of stay alive after he's quote unquote dead, but that didn't happen this time, and I'm really glad that it didn't. Alright, so now that we have a screw, we can use a catapult to get a cube. And it's a little bit precise, the location I need to shoot in order to get the cube, but it's not too bad. So is there anything you want to say, Connor?
Not currently. You've currently explained everything pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, so this game is
sorry.
No, that's alright, go right ahead.
Just kind of give some backstory in the game. This game has it was initially a Kickstarter, but it failed. So the developer took his time developing it, and it eventually got released on Steam. And it has 4 worlds, obviously, that Mildew will be speedrunning through. It's quite the experience.
This is a little slow, but that's okay. Alright, so now that the catapult is repaired, I just shoot there. I honestly thought I missed a planet, but I didn't. Yeah, so the developer initially put it on Kickstarter, and a lot of us found it. I initially thought this game was gonna be like pretty decent, because I was like, oh, it's got a kind of neat mechanic that you haven't really seen before, and then when you actually play it, you're like, oh god, what have I done to myself? Yeah, this is the best game in the world, FreezeMe. I forgot to somebody whispered me. Alright, well, that's the worst way to get in contact with me on Twitch. Oh, I forgot to... Wow, I'm like... Why is it taking so long to load into the level, and I clicked off the screen? To try to tweet out that I'm live, but that's fine. So, oh wow, I got a thing that I usually don't get. If you, like, I have a theory that if you, like, frame perfectly mash the, alright, we're just gonna be glad that that happened, and there we go. That was fast. So, that thing in the middle was like a Mario Galaxy inspired cube thing, and it's probably like the worst thing that's ever been made in a video game. Yeah, so that's that. I think, alright, so that was a challenge door, and every time a door opens, you kind of stand still for like 5 seconds before you can really do anything. Yo, thanks Amerlin for the tweet. Really helps me out. Alright, so now we have the race. So basically Piggleton, who is the character that got spooked at us when we first dropped into the game. He's the fastest pig around, and he likes to let other people know that he's the fastest pig around. So he challenges you to a race, and that's what we're doing right now. So if this were a good game, you could just go straight to the end and it wouldn't matter too much. But because the developer likes to make me suffer, you have to go through each and every one of these checkpoints, or else it doesn't count towards the race, and it tells you to go back and you're a dirty cheater. So a good time on this race is like a sub 40. I don't think I'll be able to get it. I might be able to get it. Alright, yeah, sub 40 is like easy. There we go. Hey. Yeah, buffet time, you got wrecked.
Buffett Tim.
Hey,
the Mr. Shifty enthusiast.
Yeah, the Splat Tim enthusiast. Look out, he's right behind you. He's gaining. Yeah, I could have probably like walked and got to the finish line faster. Buff it, Tim. When is hotline? Soon. When I stop being lazy and have the time to. All right, so this cube introduces the clock challenges. Each level has them, and this one's pretty easy to say the least. But before I do that, I'm gonna go get another screw so I can get another cube that's in this. Another 2 cubes actually that are in this level. So it's right under this cage. All right. And after we get that, we also get the teleporter over here because the catapult is right over there in the distance, and it's faster if I just get that teleporter for later. Alright, so there's this huge clock, and if you freeze it, it freezes the timer up there. I think that's actually like a good mechanic. But it gives you plenty of time to get all of these coins just by freezing it once. Like you don't have to have it like frozen always. You can just freeze it once for that one and you can get it. So that was pretty easy. All right.
Just so you know.
Yeah, what's up?
Sorry,
No, it's fine.
just so you know, the timer had some problems, so the time's gonna be slightly faster than it actually is. So you know.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, so the next cube I'm getting is the first one from the second catapult that I'm gonna open. I get 2 from this catapult. And then we're done with this level, because the last cube in this level is actually 150 coins, and that's actually like the slowest thing you could do ever. Especially because it's kind of hard to get 150 coins, because there's these like red line things that you have to land on, and like after a certain amount of time like they go away. It's kind of hard to do it without like a power-up that you get later on in the game. Ooh, please don't. Alrighty. I think I could save this. Alright, no. Whoops. Alright, so that kind of sucked. It's alright though. I gotta climb that up that again. It's a little hard to kind of control yourself after a dive, because once you dive, you're going in that direction until like otherwise. Alright, so the first one, I'm gonna line this up right. I think that's the right spot. If not, alright, we're fine. Alright, don't worry, I'm a trained professional. So we're just gonna do that again. Happens in all of our speedruns. Alright, so line it up again. Alright, go down a bit. Thank you. That's probably gonna miss. Okay, we're good. Alright, so second time's a charm. I'm not gonna mess up this time, I promise. There we go. We got the cube. So that one, that cube is kind of a run killer in a sense, because you have to shoot that catapult yourself out of that catapult in like a precise position, or else you're either gonna shoot too far and go over that rotating platform, or like miss it by like very little, and it's very annoying. But luckily for this one, you don't have to precisely shoot yourself out of a cannon. You can just, as soon as you get in the cannon, just shoot yourself out of it, and you'll get to where you need to be for this last cube. So again, we're gonna take this teleporter right here because it's fast. A lot faster than just running over there. And of course, I'm battling a cycle with one of the platforms that is up there, because actually 2 platforms are on a timer. And I'd like to get there before a certain point. Alright, so I just mashed the B button so that I can shoot myself out of his cannon fast. Alright, so that's the first one, and then we're just gonna stay here until this goes here. And then I'm gonna jump all the way to this. We're gonna jump on the side here. Right. Completely disregard everything I just said. We're gonna freeze this top cube because this rotates for some reason, and then that's pretty much it. That cube is done. Alright, so that's the first level, Sunshine Valley, done. And now we're going to what I believe is called Chilly Cool Frozen Mountain. Cause
yeah,
you couldn't.
You got it right.
Okay, cause he stacked like 3 different synonyms for cold in one sentence, and it's a good level name, trust me. Alright. So this first cube that I'm getting is very, very, very finicky. Alright, have a good night, see Benny.
Later, man.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, this cube is very finicky. You're equipped with like a wall kick in this game, but again, Kona found out that you can do it infinitely. If you wall kick and then kick in midair, you can wall kick off of the same platform again. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna either use that to my advantage or get up here and like, alright, like almost immediately. Alright, cool, that cube is done. Whew. The cube always gives me problems, and it's that was actually really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not the best I've done though. I've gotten up there like almost immediately, and it's extremely hard to do that.
Yeah, the whole wall jumping thing was found the day the game came out.
Didn't you find it during the beta, or was it actually the day?
Actually, it was the night before it came out. I found it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because there was a select few people chosen to beta test this game, and our boy Kona was one of those beta testers.
Yeah.
Alright, so this next cube, I'm gonna get the one that was shown off in that cutscene over there, off to the concrete over there. I just skipped like a couple of puzzles, and a lot of this level you can skip just by jumping to stuff, like right here. I'm just gonna skip over to this part of the level. Alright. The rest of this is just self-explanatory. I just jump up here. Alright, I'm not gonna do that. Just gonna jump on the boxes. And there we go. That cube is done. Did I get the teleporter? Yeah, I did. The next cube I'm gonna get is the second boss in this game, Pontus. Pontus is very interesting, to say the least. He's got 2 phases, both of which are really easy, and Pontus is another boss that can kind of like troll you and stay alive when he should really be dead. The Super Mario Sunshine run is really entertaining. Thank you. I appreciate your kind words. Alright, so since we activated the teleporter, we can just use it to our advantage here and just go into the castle over here. Alright. So now we're in the castle. We're gonna, or as this game, or its German name, Schloss. Alright, so this is Pontus. So the first phase, the only thing I have to do is wait for him to raise the sword, and then you kick him. I'm gonna wait. Alright. And then the second phase, what you do is you freeze him and then you hit him. All while avoiding his sword. And, of course, on a bad run, Pontus actually dies on the last hit. This might soft lock. Okay, we're good. So I keep saying that cubes might soft lock because every single cube in this game has like a 10% chance of getting a soft lock. And it's probably the best part about running this game. Because it could happen, it could pretty much happen at like any point during the run. And of course, it's like an automatic run killer. Well, not unless you're starting out. If you're just starting out, then you're fine. But if you want to get a world record, then you're gonna have to do this without getting a soft lock. Because the record doesn't have a soft lock in it. I'm pretty sure I'm doing this out of my cube order, but I really don't care because you can really just do the cubes in any order, kind of. So this one is just a maze. I'm just gonna go through the poisonous gas, and then there's a little like hole over there, but if you don't know it's there, it's kind of a little hard to kind of see. I'm just gonna hold this guy because why not? And that's the cube. Unless you're going for the soft lock record. Yeah, the soft lock record is like 8 in one run by Amerlin. So yeah, a lot of the cubes in this game are kind of self-explanatory. Not too much to really say. There's another challenge door. The next cube I'm gonna go for is the clock challenge for this level. And unlike the one I did in Sunshine Valley, I'm not gonna be freezing the timer that's in the level to stop the timer from actually counting down. I'm gonna go full YOLO and grab all 20 cubes within the allotted time, because it's kind of easy to do so. Alright, so we just gotta get over there, hit the red button, and then we're all good to go. Alright, so the red button is hit. There's a couple of things that can kind of screw me over here, like that bomb. I'm actually surprised that it didn't. Alright, that one got me. I have to be really careful here. Alright. So that happened. That's alright. Sometimes the bomb RNG just doesn't, just isn't nice, and it's today is just one of those days where the bomb RNG was just not nice to me at all. I couldn't see one of them, so that's alright. It's not gonna stop me from doing this without a timer, though. I mean, without freezing the timer. Alright, so this is going really well. Alright, I almost missed this last one, but that's okay. No, I usually get this one. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. I don't know how to run my own game. Alright, so that one's done. And now I'm gonna do another cube. Alright, if I'm correct, then this should be the last one I do in Chili Cool Frozen Mountain for now. I just have to think. Yeah, this is the last one I do for Chili Cold Mountain for now. I come back later on after I get the third screw. There used to be a route. Oh no, alright. This isn't the last one I do, I lied. I'm gonna do the race and then I'm gonna do the one I was thinking of right after this. Alright, so again, here's Pickleton. He thinks he's fast, but we're faster than him. Alright. As you guys probably saw, like, during most of my run so far, the way I move is I kind of like, I jump, I slide on the ground, and then I jump, and then I dive again. That's like the fastest form of movement in this game, but jumping on ice is actually really slow, and it kind of like slows your momentum down for some reason. So I just slide on the ice the entire way. Alright, so that cube is done. And now I'm gonna be doing the last cube that I do in this level before going to the third level, which is Giant Bits Island. And it's Giant Bits is my favorite island because it's got my favorite boss in it. Alright, so the last cube I do in this world is the Ghosts cube, and you'll see why it's the Ghost cube in a bit. I'm also gonna be activating the second teleporter in this level because, again, I need it to go fast. And the second teleporter is right by the catapult, which I need to get the last cube in this level. Alright, that was close. But I'm such a god gamer that I didn't fall. Alright. So I'm gonna do a little bit of precise platforming. I'm gonna get on top of here, and I'm gonna get on top of that hill over there. And then we're gonna jump all the way over here, and then these ghosts are gonna spawn, and then I'm gonna freeze that last ghost over there, and then I'm gonna jump on top of the ghost and get over to the cube. And that's the last cubes that we do in Freezy, Chilly, Cold Mountain for now. On to Giant Bits Island. So I don't have a timer on right now, so I have no idea like where I am, but I should be well under estimate still.
Do you want me to tell you your time?
Yeah, go for it. I should be like 26.
26:30. I'm not sure how long it would stop though.
It stopped?
Yeah, the timer stopped for a bit in the first world.
Oh, okay. So I should be around like 26:45 maybe. This run's not gonna PB, so we should be fine. I've had too many mistakes for it to PB.
The time will be a bit shorter than it actually is, but I'm sure it could be retimed if you want.
Nah, it's alright. It should be fine. Alright, so this first cube, I'm supposed to do like a bunch of these puzzles around this tower, but you could just jump through everything, especially that roof that is totally not solid. There's a lot of things that aren't solid in this game, like an object that I'm gonna jump through in the second cube that I get. Yeah, this is the best speed game. What's upstairs? All right. All right. So, I'm like 100% sure that this level was like completely designed behind Super Mario Galaxy, because there's a bunch of planets that you can get to, and I'm gonna use the planet's gravitational pull to my advantage here, because normally you're supposed to take like 2 catapults over to this planet, but you could just jump off the edge over here and get pulled in. At some point I'll actually be pulled into the planet. I think. Maybe. Hopefully. Don't worry, guys. This is normal. Alright. This is taking a really long time. Alright, I should actually stop spinning and be pulled into the planet, but it's gonna take me to my death, isn't it? Please let me out of this. Are you kidding me?
Oh, no.
Oh my god. I think this one's to go back to the Hubbarton.
Yeah.
That's honestly, that's never happened before. Like, even if you get stuck like that, it'll take you out of it, like, eventually. But I was, like, touching the sand, and it didn't even bring me out. Like, that's so dumb.
That's something, all right.
Oh my god. Alright, take two. I'll only be over my estimate by 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. This is why I have like a high estimate, because a lot could actually go wrong. Alright, we should be fine now. There we go. Alright, so now that I'm on this planet, there's this glass encasement that I'm supposed to freeze those Chaos Emeralds to get to. But if I can actually show it off right, you'll see that it's not actually glass, and you can grab the cube right in it. So that's what was supposed to happen the first time, but it didn't. Is this Super Mario Galaxy? Yes, absolutely. It's done in a far less time than the actual game is. Trust me. Like, any percent for this game has gone down a lot. I'm talking about Super Mario Galaxy, not the actual game. Thanks for clipping it, Stare, and being immediately wrecked by the bot.
Rip Stare.
Post it in Pear's Discord or something, or just DM it to me on, or just post it somewhere.
Okay, I'll put it in the server.
Alright, so now we're actually going to use the catapults in the level, and to do that we have to grab a screw, and that's the first screw I grab in the level. I grabbed 3, but I only used 2 catapults in this level. Alright, the gravity was being nice to me. Alright, so we're gonna repair this one. We're gonna catapult to this thing. I'm gonna do the math one first. We're gonna catapult over to this island. Alright, missed the screw entirely. That's part of my RNG manipulation. Alright. So again, we're gonna point the catapult in like a precise position, and I'm gonna go on top of here, and it skips having to do math, and math is really hard, and I choose to like not do it because it's so hard. Counting to 11 is really hard. So we only have a couple of cubes left before we get to Fat the Cat's domain. There's not a lot left. There is the best boss in the entire game, other than Fat the Cat. I'll do that in a bit. But first, we're gonna grab one of the fastest cubes in the entire game, called Icy Dancing Columns. And what it is, it's this really hard and precise trick. I don't know if I'm gonna get it first try, but we'll see. You see on that column over there, there's a cube. Well, I have to kind of get to it. Alright. There we go. Alright, so this is frame perfect. Oops, I missed it. Alright, this shouldn't actually be difficult. There we go. Third try is a charm. Man, don't you guys love when a joke doesn't go right? Because I know I do. Alright, so that was Icy Dancing Columns. It should have taken me far less than what had actually happened there, but that's okay. This is a marathon run. Anything can happen during a marathon. Next cube is the ice house. I'm gonna do some precise platforming by this ice house and grab a cube. That's literally it. Yeah, this chick's hair is all over the place. Alright, so again, we're gonna use this catapult. The sound for the catapult is not gonna go off because, you know, that just adds to the beauty of this game. We're gonna slide on the ice over to this ice house over here. And then I'm gonna stand on this cube, jump up here, and then after that, I'm gonna jump up here, do some wall kicks, and in this we go, there we go. And that's it. Alright. 2 more cubes. 1 more cube before I can do the best boss in the entire game. Alright, so we got 2 screws in that planet, and now we're going for the 3rd one. It's not difficult to get, but the strat that comes after grabbing the screw kind of is, because it's a little finicky. I'm gonna be walking underwater, and if I go in the air for like any period of time, it kind of cancels the glitch, and it causes you to not be walking on water anymore. And I don't want that because swimming is a lot slower than running. See, back when I was talking about the ice physics in a frozen planet thing, I was getting bodied by the ice physics there, because when you're on the ice and you try to jump, it stops you for some reason. I don't know why, but it just does. Also, I'm just gonna turn around really quickly. That needed no animation whatsoever. So there's a button in here, and I'm gonna swim towards the button. I'm gonna press the button, and then after I press the button, I'll be on the ground for some reason. I'm gonna turn my camera so that I don't jump or anything. Alright, so we're good. We should be fine. I could just jump out of the water. There we go. Alright, grab the cube. And that's it. Surprisingly, I usually don't get the underwater glitch thing. I don't know why, but it just happens. Alright. So now on to the greatest boss in this entire game. His name is Spidley, and all the runners like to call him Spidley, the unfortunate spider. And you'll see why. Or you'll hear why. It's something you guys need to experience at least once.
Spidley's voice acting is pretty legendary.
Yeah, it's the best voice acting I think I've ever heard in my entire life.
Of any game ever.
Of any game ever. It's got the Mildew's coveted maximum comf quality assurance. Alright, so aim down, shoot at the spider, and then we should get onto the platform over here. And yeah. Yeah, that was real. that was a real thing that just went through your ear holes. I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I do. So what you have to do is there's a ball on his back, and you got to make that ball surprised. And after his ball is surprised, you just kick him 6 times. All right, and that's it. He's dead. There we go, and that cube is grabbed. Alright, so now that we have our screw, we can go back to Chilly Frozen Cool Mountain, and we can get the last cube that we need before heading to Fat the Cat's domain. Alright. That could happen sometimes. The diving and stuff is a little bit finicky. Is this game actually fun for a casual playthrough? I'm curious. That depends on what your definition of fun is.
And also what your definition of casual playthrough is.
Yeah. Because you could just skip a bunch of stuff, like, I guess casually, so it is what it is. It's still a much better game than for fun. Yep. Oh, don't worry. I don't wanna use my screw on this. All right, aim all the way up.
So the thing is with the skip, so if you don't use a skip, you have to 100% the entire game to beat the boss.
Exactly.
And some of the secrets to do for that is pretty.
I used my my great tactic of standing still on the hill in order to get up there, and it's good, and everybody should use it. Kona.
Dude, if I come back to this game, I'll definitely pick it up.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, so now that we have our 24th cube, Fat the Cat's Den opens up. And like Kona said, in order to beat this game, you have to collect everything 100%. Well, not everything. There's still one collectible that you don't have to fully get, but you pretty much have to 100% the game in order to do it. But then you're thinking to yourself, how do I beat this game in less than what I need? And you'll see after this. So, Fat the Cat's Den is stupid, to say the least. It's got a bunch of platforming challenges that are random, and it's just not fun. Alright, I thought I was gonna die there, but I didn't. So there's these things where you have to jump off of them, like, the exact moment that you land on them, or else you'll lose your jump, and you won't be able to get over. And then there's this thing, where you just duck under it, and there you go, that's done. And then you just gotta dodge these, jump up here. Yeah, a lot of this is, like, really dumb and pointless. There used to be a glitch where your controller would stop moving forward, where it would stop registering you going forward at these parts, and it would always kill you, but the developer actually fixed that. The only thing he probably fixed. And yeah, the rest of this is just some really ridiculous platforming. I don't know why I didn't bounce off of that. Right, I still got hit anyway. Alright, that usually doesn't happen. I'm usually there before that cycle, so I usually don't get hit there, but things happen. So I gotta go back up there. It's not too bad. I didn't lose a life or anything. Well, there aren't any lives, but you know what I mean. I didn't die again. Okay. And if you fall off of this level, there's a long... Alright. I'm just gonna do that again. There isn't a death plane. You just have to land in the lava and pretty much get cycled until you die. Like, you have to get hit until you die. Like, there's no way of getting out of that. Alright. Because I know everybody loves this platforming section. I'm going to do it again. Alright, I'm going to get hit there. Alright, I'm going to not get hit again. Alright, we're going to do this right this time. There we go. Alright, I got hit anyway because the hitbox on those meteors are huge for some reason. Like, when they explode, it's huge. I'm going to grab this coin to get more health back. And then we're gonna go onto this elevator up to Fat the Cat. Alright. So, Fat the Cat has 2 phases. The first one, he just runs around in a circle. And you just have to follow him until he stops. Alright, so he's gonna... The first time you meet up with him, he's gonna try to fly. And you can, like, immediately freeze him in order to get a hit off of him. Now, you can do this fight without freezing him, but because this is a marathon and we're a little bit behind, I'm gonna be a little safe and try to freeze him every single time. So yeah, you just hop onto his back. All right, I'm close enough to where I can just do that. All right, so now that that's over, he kind of gets really mad at you and starts throwing these meteors. And I'm kind of close, so I can do that too. All right. And when these meteors hit the ground, it causes like a big kind of shockwave kind of thing. All right, and that's got a huge hit marker, like a hitbox, and it'll hurt you from like a very long distance. I've actually lost a run because of it, and it was really annoying. Alright, so Fat the Cat's got one more hit on him, and then I'm done with this fight. Alrighty, that was a little close. He runs in like a really weird random pattern. Like, it's not calculated at all. Alright, so that's that. You hit him the last time, he goes up to the moon, you turn into a Super Saiyan, and then you grab this cube. And that's the first phase. So, after that fight, he kind of yells at you and tells you that you have to get all 40 cubes in order to have a second chance to fight him. But there's an exploit, and it's pretty huge. Like, it saves a good chunk of your life. in speedrun, in like speedrun wise and casual wise, it saves you a bunch of your life. And so, should you time? No, not yet. You'll know when it's time. Yeah, time is when it's on the end. So, Fat the Cat is actually standing on the moon right now, and if only there was a way that we could get up there and meet up with him, then we'll be able to fight him, and then we can beat the game. And luckily, there is. It saved me a lot of time, and it saves anybody else who tries to attempt this game a decent amount of time. So what you could do in Super Saiyan is you're so pissed off that it gives you the ability to fly, and we're gonna use this to our advantage. I'm gonna dive over to this tree right here, and then precisely jump off of it, start flying, and then hopefully fly to the moon. So now we're on the moon, and because of this, we're gonna fight Fat the Cat. Alright, so I missed the first time. That's alright. The fight on the moon is pretty much the same as on the ground. He'll run in like a not set pattern, and it's like really random. Something could go wrong here, but I'm not gonna talk about it, because if I do, it's definitely gonna happen. And we're gonna have not too much problems, but it's not that bad. Alright, so again, we're gonna hit him 3 times in the air. And this time I'm definitely freezing him, because there's no way you can, like, jump onto the black platform where he is and hit him in time without him going up at least a little bit. Alright, so now that that's done, we're getting the meteors again. And I love the meteors and you love the meteors, but it's a little bit easier to kind of dodge them this time. So again, after 3 hits, he's gonna be defeated. And yeah. Where's he? There he is. Alright. One more hit. Oh, and if I were to take damage at any point, I lose rage mode, and I can't get it back, which would kind of suck, because I need it just in case something goes wrong, but it's not going to. We should be good. Alright. That's the last hit. And then afterwards, he's like, blah, 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 you beat me, yada, yada, yada. I'll come back for Splatoon 2. FreezeMe 2. And then he goes away, and that prompt on the bottom tells me that I can skip this, but no matter how hard I try, I can't. So yeah, so that's a thing. And then after he flies away, that happens, and time. Yeah, I honestly didn't think that was gonna... I honestly think I didn't think I was gonna be that close. Alright, so... I just want to show off one thing, really quickly. No, that.
50-28.
Damn, not sub 50. That's fine. Oh, right, hold on. I closed the wrong thing.
Yeah, great run, Mildew.
Thank you. I just want to show off one thing really quickly. I just got to get back into the game. Window mode, yes, play. Alright, we can just go into English. We're just gonna mash the A button so I can get into the thing. Alright, so... So remember how I said that the game could soft lock? There's a, 100% chance that the game will soft lock on a specific cube if I do a special thing. So I'm just gonna do that for you really quickly and show what a soft lock looks like. Alright, so if we go to, oh, I did say it right, Chilly Cool Frozen Mountain. Alright, so we're just gonna get to the catapult really quickly. And then we're gonna go up into where we got the last cube that we needed. And we're gonna grab it. We're gonna grab the cube. But we're gonna do something that we normally wouldn't, which is... Alright, hold on. Alright. So we're gonna grab the cube, and then we're gonna dive and slide down this mountain. And because of that, the game will soft lock. And there you go. So, yeah, that was FreezeMe. I hope you all enjoyed that. And,
that was the best way to end this game.
Thanks to the Themeathon guys for letting me show off this game. And, good luck with the rest of the runs.